donkey from the Midsummer Night's Dream, Poe's raven, the Ents from Lord of the Rings. All throughout time, strange characters have plagued literature. These inhuman oddities not only stretch our imagination, but give us new worlds to ponder on. Let's explore these strange characters in The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll and by Dr. Seuss, the Star-Bellied Sneetches, and the Lords. 'Twas brillig and the slithy toads did gyre and gimble in the way. All mimsy were the borbers and the moonbeams outcry. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite and the claws that catch. Beware the Jubjubber, and shun the fruities and Now the star-bellied Sneetches had bellies with stars, but the plain-bellied Sneetches had none upon those. But because they had stars, all the star-bellied Sneetches would brag, "We're the best Sneetches on the beaches." And whenever they met them when they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them, without even talking. Then one day, it seemed, while the plain-bellied Sneetches were moping, just moping, alone on the beaches, sitting there wishing that their bellies had stars, up stepped a stranger, in the strangest of calms. "My friends," he announced, in a voice clear and keen, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean. I've heard of your troubles. I know you're unhappy, but I can fix that. I'm the fix-it-up chappie. I've come to help you, and I know what you need. I work with great speed." At the far end of town, where the grickle grass grows, and the wind smells slow and sour as it blows, and no birds ever sing except for old crows, is the street of Little Dolores. Way back in the day when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the swommy swans rang out in space. One day I came to this glorious place. But those trees, those truffula trees, all my life I had been searching for trees such as these. In no time at all, I had built a small shop, and I chopped down one truffula tree with one chop, and with great skillful skill, and with great speedy speed, I took that shop top, and I knitted a sneed. The instant I finished, I heard a gazump, and I saw something pop out of the shop. "Just hand me your money and climb on aboard." They clambered inside, and the big machine roared. When the plain-bellied Sneetches came out, they had stars. They actually did. They had stars upon theirs. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars from the first. "We're still the best, and you are the worst." "Great," groaned the ones who had stars from the start. "We're still the best. You can't tell us apart." And up stepped McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, "Things are not quite as bad as you think. I'll make you again the best Sneetches on beaches, and all it will cost you is $10 each. Belly stars are no longer in style," said McBean. "What you need is a trip through my stars off machine." Then, from then on, as I'm sure you can tell, things really got just horrible. So he took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the man's own foe he sought, and rested he by the tom-tom tree, and stood a while in thought. And then, as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes ablaze came whistling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through, the vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. "Mister," he said, with the saddest of sleeps, "I am the Lord, and I speak for the trees." He was very upset as he shouted and puffed. "What is this thing that you've made out of my truffula tuft?" "Look, Lorax," I said, "there is no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree. I am doing no harm. I am being quite useful. This thing is a thneed. A thneed is a fine something that everyone needs. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a shoe, it's a hat. But it can be many more things, yes, far beyond that." Then, oh baby, oh, my business did grow. Now, chopping one tree at a time was just too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, and I chopped one trufflet tree, 4 trufflet trees with one smack of it. I meant no harm. I most truly did not. But I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factories, I biggered my roads, and I biggered my wagons, and I biggered my loads. I kept right on biggering, selling more needs, and making more money, which everyone needs. I am the Lorax. He coughed, and he whiffed. He sneezed, and he snuffled, and he snargled, and he sniffed. "Onceler," he cried, and with a cruffelous croak, "Onceler, you're making such smuggless smoke. My poor swoomy swans, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing with smog in his throat." "And so," said the Lorax, "please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off." All the rest of the day, on those wild, screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie was fixing up sneetches, still paying their money and still running through. They changed their stars every minute or two. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, fix-it-up chappie packed up, and he went. I intend to go on doing just what I do, and for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more trufflet trees into needs, which everyone needs. And then, that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From out in the field came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree, and then we heard the tree fall. The very last trufflet tree of them all. And after the Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance. Very sad backwards glance. And then he lifted himself up by the seat of his pants. I'll never forget that grim look on his face when he hoisted himself up and took leave of this place. "And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy, O fragile day, Callooh, Calais!" He chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slyly toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. On Mimsy were the borogoves and the momrats.